toward your height and weight.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just keep it open like this. You want to try calling the number quickly? You have a minute. Hopefully you know the. Hopefully you know the number. I don't know the number to the own station, right? 856-446-8873.
Oops. Typed it in wrong.
Uh-oh, that's...
Dialing.
There, I hit the silent button. Okay. I had
So it's
hit the
good?
silent button quickly. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. So, yeah, it's kind of a cool voicemail, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
All right, 10 seconds, Greg. Give me a run off, and we'll play our famous song here. Get it nice and bumping.
10 seconds.
Get 5 seconds.
And 4.
Here we go.
3.
It's a Friday. It's a free for all. Let's go.
Y'all know what time it is, right? Hey, Friday is here, you know what time it is, right? Greg and Evan on the air, Turf Nerds, you know what time it is, right? Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., you know what time it is, right? Y'all know what time it is, right? Hey, Friday is here, you know what time it is, right? Greg and Evan on the air, Turf Nerds, you know what time it is, right? Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., you know what time it is, right? It's Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. Greg and Evan, we on the air, let's go. Got them Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. So hit the line, 85-6-44-6-88-73. Hey, it's Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. Greg and Evan, we on the air, let's go. Got them Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. So hit the line, 85-6-44-6-88-73. Hey, it's Friday, it's a free for all. Hey, so text the line or you can give us a call. If you got questions, we gon' answer them all. Everything turf, if you into the green, get involved. From mowers to the equipment, business strategy and the business, how to run a successful business, everything lawn and landscaping, the whole industry. Let's get to it. It's Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. Greg and Evan, we on the air, let's go. Got them Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. So hit the line, 85-6-44-6-88-73. Hey, hey, it's Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. Greg and Evan, we on the air, let's go. Got them Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. So hit the line, 85-6-44-6-88-73. It's Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. Greg and Evan, we on the air, let's go. Got them Turf Nerds on Turf's Up Radio. So hit the line, 85-6-44-6-88-73.
Oh, man. Another free-for-all Friday, Greg. We've made it. We hope to carry you guys home into the weekend that's going to be windy.
You know, I noticed no cymbals in that song. Did you hear cymbals?
No, I did not.
No.
Interesting.
I'm sitting there thinking, I don't hear cymbals.
Maybe there wasn't any. It just kind of played through. We have a 2-minute bumper there, kind of to entertain and get you guys ready to go. Greg, no tech issues this morning. The Rodecaster Pro 2, man, I should almost we should do promo codes for them. Rodecaster Pro 2 actually worked this time. There's
Yeah.
I posted. So one good thing about Facebook, guys, even with our businesses, get on there and ask questions on your Facebook groups. If you need to troubleshoot something, even with equipment, Greg, that's what I was doing with my Multiforce when we had the problems with it. Get on there and ask. And so on the Rodecaster Pro 2 support group that I was on, they were actually concurring that there was issues and no one had any fixes. So it kind of makes you feel good. But sometimes people can't fix everything, right?
Right. That's just kind of, and they're all there to support each other because they just said no fixes. So, but I would assume the Rodecaster people are involved with that going, yeah, we got a problem here. So how many are in that group, do you know?
The Rodecaster group is about 15,000, but then,
Wow.
so I had a couple of responses because I was furious, and I was saying, hey, I host this radio show for the green industry, your station, see what I did there? And it was just frustrating because I'm a guy, I like that when something's not working, I'll stop what I do and fix it right away, and that can be a good thing there when we're cutting grass, Greg, but I'll get mad, say we're cutting and something does fail, rather than, hey, just get the backup mower or you fix that blade later. No, I have to do it right then and right there. And that can be kind of that'll be the bane of my existence. He died from sharpening too many more blades.
Yeah, I need to start sharpening a few. I can't remember if I sharpened a bunch at the end of the season last year. So just to have them ready to go so I didn't have to worry about it. But I probably did not because we had our snow incident that never stopped. So
Yep, I remember that. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, we basically went through end of December. It just kept snowing.
Yeah, it did. You'd always get some more, and then it stayed cold. I think it stayed cold for over a month. But the grass it's amazing. It's already perking back up here in some spots. If it keeps up, I don't know. What are you thinking? Today's the 13th. 3 weeks from now, I don't know.
I get a feeling we're going to be mid-April.
Yeah, mid-April probably. Because what I'm going to do though too is you'll still get like the grass will tease us as we talked about, and it'll appear as if it's ready to mow. But then you have that 1 week where it's lows and the lows that are freezing. And that slows it down, and that's kind of that debate that we've talked about, Greg, is when do you start cutting? Because we've done it where we've done mid-April, third week of April, fourth week, then also I think the latest was like first week of May. Weren't you part of that, Greg? There's 1 week where we didn't start till May.
3 years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, we didn't start till the first week of May. So, and then I was really surprised. Yeah, it was 3 years ago because the year after that, I started at mid-April, and last year we started mid-April. So 2 years in a row we've started mid-April, which for Michigan is pretty busy. I was up north. If we always refer to up north in Michigan as anything north of Saginaw is considered up north, I guess. So, but I was up north in Sutton's Bay area. If people know, Michigan looks like a mitten, so it would be up in the Pinky area of Michigan. And I was asking about when lawns start up there, and I guess if they're lucky, they can start May 1st. However, I was talking with that friend of mine, and he texted me yesterday, said they're expecting 12 to 14 inches. I'm sorry, 12 to 24 inches on Sunday.
What? That's ridiculous. Yeah, my buddy lives up in Munising, the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, guys, and they'll have snow that loiters around, Greg, until June in like parking lots. Like, 'cause it's been pushed up there. No thanks. And my buddy Ryan said, yeah, we got about 20 inches coming through this weekend. I said, that's okay. I don't care. And then we were debating it, and we talked about it on our podcast, Greg. What if I were to go up there and take the Multiforce and stay up there for like 2 weeks? Say we had like a slow season and start. Problem is, though, I'm not sure how good the money would be because I was talking to Ryan about it, and they said guys are used to it, so the prices are not the same as. I mean, they would. I'm sure people would like the help, but it's just unless you have the right amount of equipment. And then my buddy Ryan was also making fun of me and saying your Multiforce might not be able to handle the UP snow with. He was calling it like a wimpy mower, and I said no, it's not. I said, hey, the Hydros are beefed up. It has a Boss plow on it. It's a 5-foot plow, and a couple of our videos on social media, Greg, that have done really well over the past couple months, right, have been the ones with me on the plow, and we've kind of found that secret sauce or the formula to it, Greg. 10 seconds of me going up a driveway plowing. Some got 700,000 views. But some people were like knocking it. Oh, this thing, how's it do on really uphill or X, Y, and Z? But you can tell that I was even sliding around on it. I don't weigh enough, but if I weighed enough, maybe I would survive plowing up in the UP with the Multiforce.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I just talked to somebody the other day, and cousin Kenny's on the line with us, saying cold down there, 37, but green grass.
Hey guys,
the grass is a little
Kenny.
greener up here, by the way, than I expected it to be. For all the cold we had, it's not as brown as I thought it would be, but what were we saying? Oh, I was just talking to somebody the other day that their lawn or their plow guy ruined 2 transmissions on his truck because they have a steep hill, and we were getting some major snow, and I guess his trans just couldn't handle it, too much weight, and I don't know why he wasn't pushing it down the hill, but for some reason his trans couldn't handle it, so.
Yeah, that's that fine line. That's just why people were telling me get a 2500, get a beater 1500 and use it to plow. And I'm just not going to pull the trigger. I want to preserve the transmission on my truck. My Ram is great for what I'm doing. Although, then we talked about this the other day, Greg. I thought I mentioned I picked up 2 yards of topsoil for my dad, and I had to make 2 trips to Bushel Mart because they put a yard of topsoil in my truck, and that squatted way low. So I can't pull the trigger on getting a plow truck quite yet. And if I were to do it, it'd be a used vehicle with 40 to 60,000 miles. And you just do it like that and slowly build it. But with my 35-inch driveways and my couple commercials, we're on the driver's seat. On our pre-show, Greg, before we got on, I was talking about, I was kind of bragging, thinking that my snow contracts were done. No, apparently the one with the City Walk runs through the 22nd of March. So then I got sad.
So, and then I think we're expecting snow either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Let me take a look. Of course, whether or not it actually happens.
There's like an inch or two that were supposed to come in here. Click on Detroit weather. I mean, you constantly.
We're supposed to get some today.
Is it today too? Yeah, I mean, it looks like
up to a quarter inch.
I don't know. They might have to go out there later and take care of that. Well, I don't know. The pavement might be warm enough where we might not have to bother with it, Because the temperatures are in the 40s here. And then the really bad wind.
Snow until 10.
It's 44 today, 40 Saturday, 56 Sunday, 52 Monday, 29 Tuesday. So that 29, 34. So these lows, if they can continue to strike freezing, that'll slow the grass down, even though the day gets warm enough in the 50s for germination. But this is great, Greg. It's so glad to be aboard here on the open line Friday, 856-446-8873. Cousin Kenny has already been chiming in. Gas prices regular at $2.99 at Costco. Interstate stations charging $4.99 and up for diesel. Oh, I hear the diesel guys are getting absolutely crushed right now, but I guess it's what it is. They say you ride it out, but who knows?
Yeah, the diesel guys, they get a little better mileage too, though. So, your truck, and I don't know what you get for mileage on your truck, but in diesel, you're going to probably get at least 60% better mileage. And one guy I talked to, he said he gets twice the mileage out of his diesel that he does on his gas. So.
Yeah, my buddies who I used to plow snow with Metro Lawn Care, they all have diesel trucks, and they can. It might take them a couple weeks to fill up, but when they fill up, they're sitting down there at the pump for a while, aren't they? I filled up with them. It's like 20 minutes just sitting there. I mean, they're big tanks, and Derek, my buddy Derek, who we've been trying to get on the show, he'll show me a bill for like $150 for gas. I said, okay, all right, that's a little high.
I had my truck worked on the other day. I had some body repairs done on it. And did I send you pictures? Oh, yeah, I did send you pictures.
Yeah, that looked really nice. Tell the listeners about that.
Yeah, when I bought my truck, it was out of Colorado. The hood was sun damaged, and then it's got the front flare fender covers, and had some other stuff done. But the guy took care of my hood and those fenders, and he matched the flare fenders to the color of the vehicle, because the other ones were like
crafty.
A taupe.
Yeah.
The other ones were taupe, and I told him, I just want to get these because they were spotty and faded. And I said, let's go ahead and paint these too. And he says, you want me to do the same color as your truck? And I thought, yeah, okay. Man, I like it. It turned out really nice. So.
It was a pretty fair price too. And isn't it kind of hard to match paint like that? Because usually when guys paint a part of a car, don't they want to paint the whole thing? But he touched it up really nice.
Yeah. Well, it's it's a 97.
He made it look new, Greg, didn't he?
Really nice shape. So it's the regular paint has faded some. I was going to have him just buff the whole thing out, but he didn't have time to do it. And anyway, he picked me up to take me to his truck, or to take me to my truck, and he was in a diesel. He was telling me that he's got a place up north of Saginaw. And but he had where was he? Sheboygan. I think his place was in Sheboygan. And he was telling me when he had a Ram, and he would pull a trailer up. He said usually just before I got to one road, he'd have to stop and refill his truck and top it off. And then he said that when he got his diesel, he was taking it up and bringing it back. It was costing him about $100 to take his truck up to trailer, his Ram, and with his what's he got, a GM, with his diesel now, it's costing him $50 with his diesel to go back and forth.
So it's it's better burning though too. So that's it's interesting how diesel it ignites under pressure, Greg, and I don't think it burns like a fuel. I have done some research. I could be wrong on that, but it's way different. And I would not be opposed to having a diesel truck. I mean, wait, isn't your truck's not diesel, isn't it?
No, it's not. But thing about diesel, you got to find somebody that can work on them.
There, yep.
And you don't have to work on them as often, but when you work on them, it's expensive. So the repairs are generally expensive. So.
And that's what can kill you, Greg. And we'll just do like a little bit of a teaser. We got a nice, interesting series coming up this next week that we're going to start. We got an email from a listener. I won't read it, but I'll just give him a shout out. We get emails from people, and I'm sometimes just so stupid I don't remember to give people shout outs. Jacob Bowdy. He had suggested an idea for us, Greg, and we were talking about it, and we both agreed that let's just say we'll get back to the basics with some lawn care, and we think this series will take it up all next week. Will be pretty good, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially as we're starting out the season. If we have any listeners that are, and particularly new listeners, even some of the other guys
veterans,
with a lot of experience, the veterans, you can learn. You can look at something and go, oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. And years ago, I was in sales, and they would send us these things that they wanted us to listen to. And I remember talking to my boss and saying, they're sending me stuff that I've already heard, I already know. And he said, no, it's a good reminder, Greg. And surprisingly, I did really well that year in sales. So it was kind of interesting that just reminders help you out quite a bit. So
yeah, it's like taking it back to the scriptures and the gospel. We should daily preach the gospel to ourselves, guys, because we're so prone to get distracted and then forget, though, too. And this will be nice, Greg, to kind of walk with you and talk with you just some of the basics and how we run our lawnscape. Well, did I say lawnscape? Oh, man. Oh, that's a new one. Hey,
actually, I've heard lawnscape before.
Lawnscaping business? Hey, that works. Lawn and landscaping business, because we're so prone to forget, and the basics even help the veteran guys, because there's guys that I don't need that, but maybe we can impart some wisdom, because Raleigh Spencer also suggested to me, who's a listener and a personal friend, and he's trying to uproot and change his mowing route to a different area, and he's been passing out flyers or door hangers, Greg, and they look pretty good. Raleigh said, hey, why don't you guys do like a how-to basic series? I'm like, yeah, we can do that, even with podcasts. I mean, isn't it funny when you listen to lawn mowing or lawn care podcast while you're cutting grass, Greg? It's like, whoa.
Yeah, if I listened while I was cutting. So, but no, get back to the basics and help you out. And so that's going to be something we'll do, is just to go back to some of the basics and see what you've done, Evan, and versus what I've done. I mean, everybody's got their little tricks and quirks that they do that work for them. And heck, why not use it? Why not tell somebody else? And you're going to hear somebody go, I'd never do that. Well, that's okay. You don't have to do it, but maybe it's in the back of your mind, and you go, gee, what was it they were saying about that? So,
I mean, there's debates on Facebook all the time, Greg, and we see it. Hey, do you cut first, do trim first, do edge first? And we can kind of talk about that, and we'll talk about humble beginnings, and we're still humbled even to this day. We never claimed, and the show's doing well, we never claimed to know it all, Greg, but some of the basic stuff that we've been able to get out there, it's been really encouraging. So going back to the basics just makes it fun. It gives us all a great reminder, though, too. And if you want to email us for any show ideas, we're always game. Greg and I can talk to the wall. Evan at turfnerdspod.com or Greg at turfnerdspod.com. And we also have free Turf Nerd stickers. If you want, find the email, send them out. We still have a couple left here, Greg. So it's fun to get rid of those stickers, because I want to print new stickers, because the stickers that I would be sending out are the ones with the old logo, which that old logo still looks good, but I would like a more updated, sleek Turf Nerds logo, because the comments that we've got, Greg, remember when we did that thing with RC mowers and had them on. I had asked them because they had emailed us, and they said, "Hey, I had asked them, hey, how'd you find us?" And they said, "Well, your podcast had a really good logo, so I just reached out to you guys." So Logos can really matter even in the lawn and landscaping business. Hey, if you got a good logo and you can stand out, Greg, you might get more biz.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. So and you wouldn't think that just a logo would matter, but it does. So years ago, I was talking with a buddy of mine who used to work for Chrysler, and I don't know if you remember the Dodge Neon and little
That's
car,
old, isn't it?
Yeah, and but it was interesting because he was in Japan. They were trying to help bring the Neon out. It wasn't selling over there, I guess, and apparently what they found was the tires, or I'm sorry, the wheels. And you know those little they have the little placard on the back that'll say Neon. In their case, they just did a sticker, and they found out that that sticker was not a big selling. People didn't like the sticker; it looked cheap. That just said Neon, and then the wheels weren't the best looking wheels. And there's a reason that I kind of bring this up.
Cough break.
Yeah, cough break. Sorry. The we were looking at his. I was looking at his truck one day, and I said, "Hey, those are really nice wheels." And he goes, "Oh yeah, they changed these." So back in your mind on that. And then what they found is he's trying to help out in Japan. He's trying to get this Neon going, and he says he gets back to the home office and said, "Look, I don't know what we're going to do here, but this vehicle is just not selling." And then the guy he was talking to said, "No, wait. We're changing this. We're not going to go with the sticker, and then we're changing the wheels." And he's thinking, that's not going to matter. And no, trust us. They changed the logo, and they went to the little placard Neon, the raised lettering, and changed the wheels just a little bit. And all of a sudden, that car just started selling like crazy over there. And for whatever reason,
it's like magic, isn't it?
It was real simple. It didn't cost him a whole lot to make some changes. It probably cost him an extra $150, and they started selling that car quite well over there. But it went back to the wheels, and he said, when I had commented on his wheels, he said that it's interesting that you say that, and that's how that conversation started up. Is he said when we changed the wheels on the Neon there, everything changed over there for sales.
Well, it's the branding debate. Remember when Cracker Barrel shot themselves there on the foot? I mean, they took they tried to rebrand their logo, and it was terrible, and people didn't like that. And so sometimes, I've made minor tweaks to my lawn care logo, E&D, throughout the years, but you try to keep it the same and maybe hire someone out. We've hired us, like, all of our logos out between the podcast and my E&D lawn care. That's all been hired out. It's been relatively inexpensive, and logos pop. And if you can even add, I don't know, an email signature, Greg, with your logo on it, like brand it like a little bit. We've debated about if I should wrap the truck like a nice truck and trailer. I just don't want to do that quite yet, because as we talked about the other day, you just get blowback from people on the road. Oh, he was going too slow. He's a bad lawn care service. And then we talked about that earlier on this week about those Yelp reviews. That's where it's kind of good to have that fear of have a nice, like, presentable trailer and truck. Maybe you could put some magnets on it, but shirts, you do shirts, and I kind of want to get back into maybe some branded shirts, Greg, but some of that stuff is not cheap, and the amount of grass and oil and grime I get on my shirt, like, you can kind of have it look nice. We always wear high visibility. You want to always wear high vis, at least look uniform, even if you don't brand the shirt. Like, wear like an orange high vis shirt, nice pants, look the part, and you'll get business that way too. I've had people stop me that have just stopped because they saw me because I was red and orange, like my mower, and also my shirts. And there's a presentation there with that, which we could always riff on. Then people are so prone to forget that. It's like, you don't have to go out there and mow in a tuxedo. That'd be kind of a funny video to do that, wouldn't it?
You could get a tuxedo shirt, one of those T-shirts that looks like a tuxedo. You can do that.
You know what? That'd be funny. It was actually when we have to mow, like, so one of the last cuts, guys, that we do is probably like around Halloween, and it's kind of funny. I always thought about mowing in some sort of crazy costume out there just to see what kind of looks you would get from people. Wonder if anyone's ever done that.
I have not. I don't know. Actually, yeah, that's the last cut of the season, usually right around Thanksgiving or around Halloween. When is Halloween this year? Let's take a quick look here.
Usually it falls like on the weekend, right?
Well, it changes it's actually on a Saturday this year. So
Interesting. So
and
that might work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So generally, the last cut for us, I usually do last cut of the season in October, and then I can might do about half my lawns the second week or the first week in November, and then a quarter of those lawns the second week. So it usually just kind of breaks down. A couple of lawns I have, they just grow like crazy, and you still got to cut them. So.
We have the one client, Greg, that wants to basically water it all the way through. We get snow. They don't turn off their sprinklers. Oh, some of them have been quite frustrating. So my neighbors who are snowbirds, they're kind of permanently in Florida now. Well, I just muted myself. They're permanently in Florida now because the husband's got some issues, but they had left for Florida 4 years ago, and they forgot to turn their sprinklers off. And they were going through part of November, and I said, hey, Marianne, might want to, can I shut these off? And she said, go ahead. So I shut them off there at the valve, and then I went inside and shut them off the other way too.
Did you blow them out? Have they never been blown out?
I thought she had them blown out. That's been 4 years ago. I don't even really
She
remember.
must have had them blown out, because otherwise that cap would have popped off a long time ago. So I did that when my first house that I had with sprinklers. I didn't know I had to have them blown out. And my neighbor comes over knocking on the door, and hey, Greg. And the cap, I forget what they call that part, on the sprinklers, it popped off, and I've just got a fountain of water shooting up in the sky. So that was
it's like a waterfall, and then
it was crazy. It was
the lawns turn into pools.
Yeah, it was 10, 15 feet high shooting up. So had shut off the water and call somebody out and repair it. So, but that was when I learned. So you don't forget to shut off your sprinklers. So I usually I send out emails to everybody at the end of the season, just saying, hey, going to be wrapping up. If you haven't called to set up your sprinklers to get blown out yet, make sure you do. So, and usually I'll send that out beginning of October, or and I'll usually send it out end of September.
You got to bother people though too on it, but people just forget. I mean, honestly, sprinklers are their last things they probably think about.
Yeah, and then especially if you got a new client and they just moved into the house, tell them, out of experience, because they might not know they have to have them blown out. And I've had that a couple times where I've had new people move in, and I send them an email, and they said, "Oh, gee, thanks, I didn't even think about that." So,
Buster, good morning. Yeah, I've had a couple clients, Greg, that have asked me if I can blow out sprinklers, and I've said no. I mean, you could possibly rent something to do it, but we did an episode on this like a while ago, or talked about this on our Turf Nerds podcast a while ago. I guess compressors to blow out sprinklers, they're not cheap. They're like in the 20 grand. And I would feel really bad if I put too much pressure on someone's line and blew out their entire yard. That'd be over quickly.
Depending on what you're using, you can use a small. My neighbor does it. My next door neighbor has a compressor. He does his own. So it's not a big compressor. So, but it's also time. I've had a bunch of people ask me as well, as when you're solo, you can only do so many things, and I just tell them, look, I can't do it. Here's somebody you can call. So,
yeah, because my dad blows out his with he's got like a decent sized compressor for his house, but I think the aim of the game is speed for high yielding profit margin. I don't think you make any money if you're spending, half an hour on a lawn for $50. That's not very good. Like, you want to be able to turn that, like make $50 in probably about, 10 minutes. So question for you, Greg. I saw this on a Facebook group, but it kind of made me think, and I want to get Greg's response first here too, but we'll open the lines up to you guys who mow. 856-446-8873, or text, because people don't want to call. What's the most overused phrase customers say? So think about that one for a minute. What do you think is the most overused phrase customers say? And we want to start here with Greg Durbin. So let this kind of run out. Okay, you're on the spot.
The most used that customers say to you?
Yeah, what's the most overused phrase customers say? Drop a comment here. You know the line. You see it ticking, 856-446-8873.
I didn't think you'd be coming today.
Let's see. Yep.
Is that? Do you have a list of them? Is that?
Oh, there's just a whole bunch of them. I think
okay.
I think that is on here, but keep going. So
Okay.
I don't think you'd be coming today.
Oh, gee. I'm just trying to think. Do you need a water?
I mean, there's like over like 109 comments on here. I'm
man,
pretty sure there is.
I can't. I'm thinking of 109. I can't even imagine it.
Andy Wilson. That's too much. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My last guy.
That's on there.
The last guy.
Yep. The last guy on there was one of the most liked comments. It's just like the last guy ...
Yeah. Well, where's the last guy? Can you get that extra patch? Oh, that's
Yes.
what Kenny says.
I think someone did talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you mind finishing that? Yeah. Would you mind doing that? And that is actually pretty common. And I just tell people right up front. That's
I'll read one of these. We'll keep waiting for people to chime in. We've got Kenny and Andy and Greg to chime in. This guy says, "I know you're busy, but." Oh man, I've got that before too, where it's like you're trying to rush out and then they ask you to do a favor. I've had clients, some of the single older women clients, hey, can you help me move something? Sure, but it's like, and then they want to sit and talk about your life story. It's like, okay, you're friendly with me this week, and then the next week you don't even bother, right?
Yeah. Actually, I remember Drake was helping me one day, like Andy's while you were here.
While you're here, can you? Yep. Oh yeah.
I was cutting, and Drake. We were at an apartment complex, and Drake, one of the ladies, came out and asked, "Hey, could you help me move this?" And I'm out mowing. I'm off. I can't see anything going on. And he comes back, and he's got a couple of cans of pop. I said, "Where'd you
That's
get
how it
those?"
works.
Yeah, she gave me a couple of cans of pop. She's, "Well, what is he?" Because I don't drink pop, so she's, she offers him a pop, and then she said, "Well, what does Greg want?" And he just took same thing. He said, "Oh yeah, give me one of those." So he got two. I think he got 2 Dr. Peppers out of the deal. So
Hold on, my father was texting me. So kind of interesting news, guys. So we have a bathtub, okay? And sometimes JD will take a shower, my son will take a shower or a bath. Well, I don't know. This bathtub might be kind of old. I was trying to stop the drain yesterday so I could fill up, and I pulled it up too swiftly and too quickly, and I just severed the bathtub drain lever. So I took apart the cover, and the way, I don't know, I didn't know this how a drain really worked in a bathtub. It's just held down by a weight and some lever, isn't it? It's just like a cylinder weight that fits into I guess the plumbing, and so you can get a new one on Amazon for relatively inexpensive, and it's not hard to do. I think you just pull the old one out and then put the new one in there. You guys ever pivot? You guys ever change a drain in a bathtub because I busted the lever? 856-446-8873. We'll go this old house drag, won't we? Oh, you had muted yourself. The mute strike. Oh no, here we go. The mute of shame.
yeah.
Oh, that wasn't shame. Here we go. All right, go on.
I was just thinking that I've never done that myself. I've never replaced that. I always wondered how that worked, and then I don't remember what you were asking because I was stunned by my muting incapabilities, my unmuting capabilities.
I just never have changed the drain. I guess the drain lever and the drain in a bathtub. Another weird pivot here, guys. First, before we do some more breaking news, let's hear a word from one of our sponsors, okay? Let's run it.
Are you a military family with a spouse on deployment away from home? Did you know that nonprofit Project Evergreen has thousands of volunteers across the country ready to help military families with lawn, landscape, and snow removal services? We call it Green Care and Snow Care for troops. If you are a military family and would like to receive this free service, or if you'd like to volunteer to help, visit projectevergreen.org. Project Evergreen, creating a greener, healthier, cooler Earth, 1 yard at a time.
Breaking news, I guess, for the Equip Exposition. Let's play this sound. I don't know what this is going to be.
Breaking news!
Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop it right there because that's not the sound that I wanted. Maybe try one more, okay? Here we go. Breaking news, guys. The Equip Exposition announces keynote speaker series featuring HGTV's Mike Holmes and media entrepreneur Susan Packard. Oh, here we go. So the Equip, the award-winning international landscape show, which will be in October 20th through 23rd this year. Promo code Turf Nerds. Celebrity speaker Mike Holmes, one of the North America's most trusted contractors and star of the HGTV show Holmes Family Rescue, will be Equip's Wednesday morning opening keynote. Susan Packard, a media entrepreneur who helped create popular TV channels like HGTV, CNBC, and Food Network, food's always good, will keynote the Women's Leadership Reception Thursday afternoon. A photo of Mike Holmes is attached. The full press release is below. So, never heard of the guy. I had suggested to Evan Cox, who does, I think, all the social media and directing with OPEI. I had said, Greg, this is a great transition. I had said, hey, you should honestly get Willie Robertson to opening keynote for the show because he's going to be our opening keynote for the prayer breakfast. So they need to get their pulse on the industry. I think Willie would be great for the opening keynote for the expo.
Yeah, and he's already there. They don't have to pick up all of his costs. So his transfer, his flight, and all that. So of course, I don't know, where's he out of?
Louisiana, West
okay,
Monroe, Louisiana.
He'd still have to get there. So I was going to say, if he was in Kentucky, I didn't, cost him a couple of bucks to come over. So, but
You like that duck?
so,
aren't they fun to like kind of cut around? Or not the ducks? It's the geese. The geese don't care what machine you have; they'll stand right in front of you. Sorry, really weird transition there.
yeah, I've almost hit a deer on my mower. So I came around a corner time, and all of a sudden there was a deer standing right there, and it's kind of funny though. You went home and told the kids, "Hey, man, I almost hit a deer today." Oh, really? Where? What road were you on? No, it was a yard. It was in somebody's yard. So
you got to be careful. It's funny. There's this kid. He's special needs and he rides around the neighborhood. And I've tried to almost get him to work with me because he's a really nice kid. But sometimes he'll just be going down the neighborhood, Greg, singing really loud, and then we just kind of dance towards each other. Well, he thought it'd be a bright idea. This is, I think, 2 years ago. This is when the geese were nesting, and he was on his bike, and it was actually hilarious. He's comical, and he was taking his bike and riding near them. And I said, hey, you know what? You should probably not do that. You're going to get attacked. But he would fly down. I was trying to ask him. He was kind of hard to talk to. I kind of wanted to ask him to help me trim because he's a really nice kid. He bikes all the time. Like, man, this guy bikes more than I trim. I guarantee you he might be decent at trimming, but never got a chance to do it. But he was toying with the geese, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that. Those geese are they're not the happiest when you're interfering with them. So they don't care for that. So, yeah, we had actually a few years ago, I had somebody that stopped me when I was mowing at that same apartment complex I was talking about a little bit ago. But somebody else had said, hey, by the way, just be careful because there's a duck nest right here. And she pointed it out to me. There were a bunch of eggs in it. And so I and the mother was sitting on the nest. And because it was hidden a little bit, but right near where I mow. So I kind of went around it a little bit. The following week, I went back there, and all the eggs were cracked. So some of the some animal must have gotten in there. So
someone got to that. Yeah. 856-446-8873. Greg, let me read some of these comments. So the question was, what's the most overused phrase customers say? Here we go. I'll just rifle off a couple of them. Can you cut it shorter? Well, the other guy did it cheaper. You're charging too much. Well, the other guy did this for this. The other one is, can you cut it short? Yeah. The other one, can you cut it shorter? I'm on a fixed income. Can you do it for this price? Can you cut it shorter? I know you're busy, but my last guy, can we skip this week? I could do it myself if I had the proper tools. Since you're already here, could you? Shorter, and I think it doesn't need it this week. Yep, I know you're busy, but my husband used to do it this way. Yep, I remember that. Do you have a senior discount? I'll let you know. My last guy. I'd like to be here when you come. Let me talk to my husband. While you're here, could you? That's the most infuriating thing when they ask you. I'd like to be here when you come. I'm cutting the grass, and then they sit there and stalk you. Like I had a client who would stand out there when we would mow, hands behind his back, really close to us while we're cutting. It made me so mad. I've never been so angry. But luckily, he went back to his other service. He was a nice guy, but he just ticked me off.
Yeah. Well, that's the letter I send out is I'm going to send it out here shortly, and just first thing on there is can't be outside while I'm mowing. So it's just and it's safety first. So I'm shooting stuff out 200 miles an hour. Don't be standing outside here.
And through Steve Bonesteel, Greg, we have pretty good insurance, pretty good general liability.
But I'm not. But I don't want to use it.
No.
So, but yeah, it makes me nervous. I have one guy that comes out every week to hand me a bottle of water, but he stands up on his, he's up a little bit of a hill, not much, but he stands up on the top of his driveway while I'm mowing, and I look over at him and I can see him, and I just hold the finger up, say, give me a minute, and I'll be right there.
You gave him the
And-
finger?
No, I was thinking about that, right? As I said, my index finger, I'll hold up and say, give me a second, and I'll be over there. And it's and my blades or my deck is shooting the opposite way of where he's standing, so I can come fairly close up to him. But he waits until I shut down before he walks over. His next door neighbor, on the other hand, she'll walk right up to me while I'm mowing and or trimming, and just walk right up. So I'm going, gee, you guys need to talk. Tell her not to come up like that. So
People
but
don't care
It's kind of
'cause
funny.
I have that one client who he thinks he gets a big kick out of me on the Segway. Comes out every week. He's just like Eddie Murphy, great guy. He was tipping me every month like $30 a month for a while, which I said, thank you. Really good client. I took him out for a beverage a couple months ago. Solid guy. He just spent $112,000 on a Cadillac just because he had cash for it. He's retired. He likes to stand there at the top of his driveway, and then especially when I'm edging his driveway, like flip edging on the Segway, I'll get pretty close to him. I should probably tell him this year, hey, don't get that close, because even I, on the Segway and flip edging normally, when you're not, I've shot some rocks up at my eyes and face. Praise God, we wear here. I almost said we wear hearing protection though. Praise God, we wear eye protection. It's a serious thing, because that one year, it was probably, I don't know, 5 years ago, I was flip edging a driveway. I was lazy, didn't have any protection on, and I shot a rock under my cheek, and it was drawing blood. Wasn't nice, Greg.
No, I don't go. I've oddly once in a while I've gone out and didn't realize I didn't have my glasses on, and I took them off for something, but I have them on all the time, and I took them off, probably just put them on the dashboard for something, and got back out of the car, and I was getting ready to adjust my glasses. I'm going, where are they? And so ran back over and grabbed them. So, I've had sticks come up, and you have no chance to stop that. I know somebody had said, I squint. Yeah, you're going to be squinting for the rest of your life.
Who wants to squint? Yes, even with sticks coming up through the scalp wheels or the front caster wheels, I've had everything fly up on the deck. I mean, even those poopy yards, I've had a lot of, I hate saying it like this, gobs of poop just fly up there on the deck. That's where I get really furious, and so here's how I kind of do it. Next time that happens at this one client's house, I might, because they have a hose, I might park on the driveway and hose off my poopy mower on their driveway and leave it there, just to, you say nothing, and then when they ask why you did that, then they'll know. I do need to, I'm going to be sending out an email today, Greg, for mulch jobs and aerations, and also remind people that I'm coming for, the fall cleanups are turning into a spring cleanup now, so we have maybe about 10 to go. Hopefully I'm getting my house's spring cleanup done this upcoming week, because I'm sick of having all these leaves over my yard. Right before the snow, I had my yard looking nice. We have this city tree. It's a city rat tree. It's just I don't know what kind of tree it is. Maybe the wood's good, but I need to get this tree killed, cut it down, and then burn the wood, because I'm tired of having the leaves blow all over the street. Mine's the only house that's like laden with leaves still, and so I did the cleanup twice already. And it's making me very upset.
No, I've got a bunch of leaves in mine too, and I over the winter I blow them out. If I in the beds, I'll get, because we have oak trees in our yard, and all my neighbors have oak trees, and so their leaves are so late to fall. They still, even after I do my cleanups, I still have bunches of leaves in my beds, because everybody else's are blowing around. So I've been blowing mine out over the winter. When I'm clearing off the sidewalk or whatever, I'll blow them. I'll try to blow the leaves out of the beds while I'm doing it. So, but I've still got a bunch in there. I think they might blow back. So
You know what? That's like a pet peeve when doing cleanups. So you get this bed, it's all cleaned out, Greg, and you're probably doing a job on a day where it's too windy. That's where you pick and choose. One day you'll be able to do, this day you could do this job, but not that job, just because of the direction of the wind. I hate when I have the bed completely spotless. I get my beds blown out like down to the dirt. I mean, granted, there's no mulch there, and I hate it when you get done, you go work in the backyard, and you come back out to the front yard, and you literally do the whole classic. It's just laden with leaves there again in those beds. And honestly, some leaves in the beds is actually good for the soil, because leaves break down, Greg, and we talked about this a lot. And we are proponents and we're proud supporters of mulching leaves. Even with the dump insert that can haul stuff away, a leaf vacuum is awesome. If you have the means and the truck and the proper equipment and the leaf loader, do it. But some of the leaves, like if you leave, I don't know, if you get that basically 95% cleared, customers like it because those leaves, when they break down in the winter, that's good for the grass and beds.
Yeah, the leaves are good. Oak leaves can be a little bit toxic to your lawn depending on how many you have. So it's just it just depends on what you have left. So, but getting it mulched up, that's good. What's this? Mark Thibault?
That's Mark Tebow.
Tebow.
He used to go to church.
Okay. How are you going to manage this in the summertime when you're cutting lawns at 6 a.m.? We're not at 6 a.m.
Yeah, if I were to cut at 6 a.m. in my neighborhoods and even my street, people would call the cops on me. I did that once where I mowed in a neighborhood at 6:45 a.m. and Mark would know this guy. We used to go to the same church together, and this guy came out in his underwear and said, "Why are you cutting at 6:45 in the morning?" So, unless you have a lot of commercials, like I would be a proponent for guys, get out there. You get out there 6, 7 o'clock when you guys have a lot of commercial accounts. No one's there at that time. You can make as much as noise as you want, but part of the key, that's a really good question, Mark. Part of the key to build good route density is don't, I guess, destroy the peace in neighborhoods. Why do you think I have 50 lawns in one neighborhood? Because we get there early and we come at a good time, but I'm not staying there till like 9 o'clock at night or getting there at 6. But commercial jobs, I'm all for getting out there early to do it. And we'll make this happen throughout the year, Greg, and be the entertainment for guys who are getting out there.
Well, it's funny because some of my commercials, they have houses right near them, and I wonder if I'd be. I wonder how late it would be that before people start getting mad at me. If I came at 7 a.m., I think they would be a little disappointed, and but I'm allowed to do it at 7 a.m. So. I just hopefully they don't come out with some form of weaponry that that wouldn't go well for me.
It's funny. Kenny left a comment here, Greg, that says, cousin Kenny said, that was a perfectly synchronized coffee gulp for both of you. Apparently we had both gulped the coffee there at the same time, which is funny. That's one sponsor that the only time I'll lobby for sponsorship is coffee. Anyone want to have a good coffee company get on the show? They need to make some sort of like lawn and landscaping blend. I don't know how that would taste though. Just have it black. It kind of tastes like grass.
That would be funny. Does that mean I'd have to start drinking coffee?
Well, if they had decaffeinated coffee, Greg could pretend to drink that. But I'm pretty routine. We have a Ninja coffee maker. I wanted it for Christmas. I started to brew my own coffee before I get out there and mow. And I have my coffee on an automatic timer at 6:30 every morning. It'll be earlier. Black Rifle Coffee. It will be earlier when we get into the mowing swing of things. I'll probably be waking up at 5. Lift some weights, do the radio show, then get out and I'll get after it. But it's interesting, Greg. You were talking about something earlier on. Blades. I might be purging a lot of my mower blades this year because what I did yesterday was I was throwing out a whole bunch of trash and wood that I had on the side of my house. I'm just starting to just get rid of stuff, really just declutter. And I'm going to have one toolbox this year that has just sockets and wrenches, and that's it. Because where I wasted a lot of time last year, it was literally, if you have to play this song, I can't find any of these tools. I spent more circus show time trying to find my tools last year because I didn't know where they were because I was disorganized. So, guys, if you have old stuff, purge it. Get rid of it. I threw out, my wife told me, Greg, I had 30 pairs of shoes.
Yeah. 30 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, 30 pairs of shoes. And I threw out probably, 20 pairs the other day. I threw out 20 sets of hats the other day, too. I bought this thing on Amazon. It's this like little hat bag. One of the rows is for the lawn care hats, and one is for like the stylish hats. And I threw out a whole bunch of extra hats that I had. It just felt good to declutter. Guys talk about being scatterbrained. Well, get rid of your stuff.
Yeah. Now, I've got a few things I could probably get rid of. I'm sure. It's funny. I bought years ago. I always wanted a grinder, and just a bench grinder. And then I had a guy that I met one day, and he was going to be moving, and he had this bench grinder, so I bought it off him for like $25. I used it once, and that was 6 years ago. I haven't used it since.
Yep.
So,
Kind of how it works. Sometimes as men, we just like to have tools just to have the tools, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of it. It's just the pride in the tools. Like I have a miter saw, and I don't really know. I mean, I can use it. I just don't want to mess anything up with the cuts here. Oh man. So yeah,
actually, that was about 10 years ago now that I think of it. My fault.
Talk about manly tools. Oh yeah, got the good old that show is still legendary. Honestly, we should get Tim Allen here on the show. Wouldn't that be fun? Apparently, he's coming out. He's been reading a whole lot of the Bible lately, which is encouraging, and that's good to know, Greg, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a conservative guy out there, especially in Hollywood. You don't see many conservative people out there. So,
Mark Tebow says, "Don't you use a bench grinder?" No, we have something way superior to the bench grinder. I have the Mag 8200 blade sharpener, and Greg, you have the RBG 712, which is also a solid one as well.
Yep, just to use it. And remember when I first started, I wasn't even sharpening my blades, so that was interesting. And
how long did it take for you to sharpen anything?
I don't remember. I don't recall when I finally started sharpening my blades. So I think I bought a sharpener. A guy. It was the first season, and but I had a guy working on my mower, and he had bought a blade sharpener, and he didn't really care for it, so he sold it to me, and sold it to me for like half price. It'd been used like a couple of times, and it was funny because I was using it and I didn't really like it. It just didn't. I just wasn't thrilled with it. So I used it for a year or two, and then you sold yours to me.
Yep.
Your RBG.
I got the
that
Mag
one to me, and I sold mine for what I paid for it.
8200.
So
Oh yeah.
I had some guy that I didn't even know why he bought the sharpener, because he didn't use it that much. His mower, he wasn't a lawn guy. He just wanted a blade sharpener. So
Sometimes that's the best way to buy them is from the guys who buy stuff and they don't really use them. I have the Mag 8200. I got it for $950. Now it's at $1,170, but I used to have the RBG 712, and it's great. My only knock on it is the angle. Like when you run the blade through it, it's not like a wide enough angle, and you kind of mess it up. But it's going for $533 on Amazon. Then what this Chinese company is doing is they have a knockoff of the RBG 712 called a Vever. And apparently it's not bad and doesn't do a bad job. So what guys are doing is they're taking the RBG 712 grinding disc and putting it on the Vever. So the Vever is $254 versus $533. Or you can go get one for over $1,000. Mine's literally a tank. Like my blade grinder is an absolute tank. And I've been knocked before, Greg, haven't I, about how often I sharpen. But I think I'm going to purge the blades down this year, and potentially we might be getting. I might have to sharpen a different brand set of blades this year, which would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be pretty good. I used the Ballard blades here last year. The gold
some of those are decent. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fairly impressed, and they sharpen pretty well too. They say you can go a long time on them, and they don't get chewed up like some of the other ones that I've had. I have hit some things.
Oh, have you?
Some
what have you hit
rocks,
before?
But they seem to handle the rocks pretty well, because I've had a couple where I hit a rock and I had to replace the blade because it bent it so much. And these
you do a rock durability test for blades, Greg. Wouldn't that be fun? But that would have to be kind of in a controlled environment, wouldn't it?
Well, doesn't Corey do that, where he just takes his blades while he's saying, "Hey, look, this thing," and he's just hammering it on the side of steel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was getting some blowback on it, but at least to his credit, with the blades, they're a thicker material.
Yeah.
Because I've used some off-brand blades and some companies' blades I won't name the company, but I had purchased some blades from them after I saw them there at the expo. I purchased them on their website. Let's just say they're too thin. Once you hit something, that was it. So it's a fine line where you can't make them too thick or too thin.
Yeah.
But I prefer the thicker blade. Like at least Cub Cadet made a nice thick blade because I had hit a couple rocks on my Pro X660, and I was surprised that the blade was fine. Like no chips. Or also, it's funny when you barely skim a piece of concrete or something. I've actually sharpened my blades while mowing, like deburred them before, which I thought was the coolest thing. It's kind of funny and awesome. It's like, oh, I hit something. Oh no! Then you look down there and the blades are fine. Or the worst though is when, I don't know, this client Greg, he had some sort of like metal stake in his yard for something, and I didn't see it, and I mowed it right over. And I was furious. I almost got off and went inside the house and say, "Hey, buddy, thanks for ruining my day." You know when I have problems when I get that mad over blades, but carry extra sets on you.
I had an account that it was a commercial, the dental office you helped me with.
Yeah.
They had some flags out in their yard, or out the front, and the flags were gone. And I'm mowing along, and boom, they had some stake down in the ground that you put the flag in.
This is your mowing, Greg.
Yeah,
How are you mowing today?
So much for the peaceful mow. But I hit that thing, and man, I was not happy. And it was 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch round. And
You get me mad just thinking about that.
oh yeah, and fortunately, it wasn't deep in the grass, so that when I hit it, it popped up. So it didn't, it just didn't stay in there and tear everything up on me. But I was slightly disappointed, and
Slightly disappointed. I kind of like the way you worded that. It's like, oh no.
yeah, so not so good. Hey, just it's a complete change. I've been trying to sell my car,
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
and actually, I got a guy that's coming back today to pay for it. He gave me a deposit, but here, how we were talking about the when you're selling something on Marketplace and people say, "Is this available?" Or
Oh yeah, that's a MO.
that's that should have been our question. What's the most common Facebook question? you
Anything
get?
here how it is, Greg. You're selling a piece of equipment on Facebook Marketplace that's available, and then you still there? You interested? You want it? Yeah? Huh?
So
That's
I
how it
get,
works.
Instead of "Is this available?" this is the question I get. Ready? Is this insurable?
Huh?
And are you the only owner? Thanks.
I played this drop a lot, but I guess if it's insurable, are they asking did you steal it or something? I don't know.
I have no idea. I said, and my response was, "Why would it not be insurable?"
Oh, that's
And,
funny. I would love to see that.
Oh,
See his face when he said that.
Yeah, and he never replied further. So I'm just looking at it going, is this insurable? I thought it was a joke at first. I just don't know if the guy was serious or not. And that's a first there. But I don't know, because I've had, because I posted, I just replaced the alternator, new rear brakes and rotors, the things that I just replaced on it, and new tires. And then I'm thinking the guy may have thought it wasn't insurable because of all the stuff that's been done to it recently.
Well, people don't read. They clearly don't read, even on the lawn care groups. And I said, did you read the information? Like, I posted things on Facebook, like equipment, and I said, read description. So I don't have to keep saying, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read it. And I've been guilty of that, though, too. My wife has said, hey, did you read that? And I said, no. I guess people they don't know how to read well.
Oh, no, that's a first. I've never had, like you said, I've had people say, or ask certain things, and I reply back to them, read the post. So,
They're like,
and,
no. I'm sorry.
I'm never going to sell to them anyway, so I don't care. So, I just decided no, I'm not going to be polite on this one, I guess. So why would it not be insurable?
You got to be firm and direct, don't you?
Yeah, it's just kind of funny. Have a good weekend, Kenny. So, Kenny just said, have a great weekend. Back at you, Kenny.
We got 2 minutes until Keeping Up with the Joneses comes on here, Greg. I'm really just looking forward to this upcoming week. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of maybe talk about this next week. I got to put the deck back on the Multi-Force, and I'm almost at the point where I just want to take it up somewhere and have like Marks put it back on, because I can see myself like wasting all day. I mean, it doesn't take long, but I got new linkages for it too, because mine were kind of old and kind of bent. I know how to do it. I know I should try to do it. Guys, if you think that you can do something, step out and try to do it. But if you think you're gonna mess it up, maybe take it up to your shop and have the guys do it. But more, okay, once the deck's on there, I can do a great job making all the minor adjustments. But when it comes to, I gotta wheel it out of the garage and everything, and you know how it is, Greg. As we do a little outro bumper music here, I think I'll be fine. I could do a video if I wanted to about putting the deck back on. Is this music too loud? Or no?
No, it's just about right.
Oh, good. Can never get the mixing right here. Like blast everyone out. Here we can do like the Macarena, Greg. I'm not sure what Eric has coming up on his show, guys, but Eric and Jennifer Jones, they are great. We got to get them on the show to talk irrigation and horticulture, Greg. Change it up here a bit. Always be flavorful. Always bring something to the table here with this. So
We should see that. Have them on the show and do 2 hours. We're on there. They're on our show. We're in theirs.
a cross stream 2 hour show.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Or the last half hour or so.
Oh,
we
yeah,
they're on ours for the last half hour. We're on theirs for the first half hour.
I'm sure they'd be game to do that. I mean,
Let's invite ourselves on their show.
yeah, lawn care radiothon, guys. But if you have any questions or want us to talk about something, email is evan@turfnerdspod.com or greg at turfnerds. Wow, greg at turfnerdspod.com. I can't even talk. But anyways, we'll see you on Monday for the new series we're starting. Let's get on to Keeping Up with the Joneses with Eric and Jennifer Jones.